the mad cow situation again. But I always get very nervous. They kind of turn around and run after me. Why do I do it? I'm sure it's a question you're asking yourselves. Why do I do these videos on running around the place? I've been on a bit of a mission to explore what retirement means and what's it going to mean for me. I've got a birthday coming up in a few days and I'll be the grand old age of 62. And about a year ago I decided that it's probably time to go and do some of those things that I've kind of always wanted to do. Now I haven't got quite the same demands of kids. I'm not quite building a career in the same way. And part of that is going running and these videos. There are three reasons really. Number one is it's fun, for me anyway. Number two is it provides a bit of a record of the things that I've done and how I've progressed and the ups and downs along the way of getting a bit fitter. And number three is to try and encourage other people and just show what can be done by an ordinary guy. There's nothing particularly special about me, and I'm not particularly kind of sporty or haven't been in my life. As I've been thinking about retirement, a few things are obvious. You want to have a fun retirement. You want to have a retirement where you've got enough money to enable you to do the things you'd like to do, which is particularly challenging, particularly as we've now got much higher inflation than we've had for decades now. And well-being is very important, as is health. Health and well-being obviously go together. And myself and my wife decided probably about a year or so ago that we needed to pay attention to our health and well-being. I did, certainly, because I'd been working really hard. I was definitely a bit fat. I was definitely heavier than I ought to have been. I had an episode of some strangely high blood pressure. So I thought, this has got to change, or else I'm not going to be able to see grandkids if they come along, let alone play with them and have fun with them. So I started my journey of trying to get fitter, and it just started with walking most lunchtimes. Well, probably walking 3 or 4 lunchtimes a week, and then gradually went to jogging. I had quite a period of pulling muscles and various things when I started jogging, so I realised I was doing it all wrong. Then I started reading some books, particularly about the what they call the Maffetone method of running. I found a book called Run Till You're 100, and that talked about running and walking together. And as you'll see, that's what I'm doing now. My aim is to go on a short run this morning, 3.5 miles, but I want to keep my heart rate into my aerobic zone, which means maximum my heart rate should really get to is about 140 in this little run. And if you go back over some of my videos, you'll see that I have had some adventures because I've been fit enough to do it. The one in Madeira, the final day, was great fun, for example. And as my fitness journey in the last 12 months or so has progressed, I've been keen to see, well, what can I achieve? My big ambition is to get fit enough to be able to go out into the mountains. And I'm very excited because in just 3 weeks, I'll be getting on the plane and going to Innsbruck for a week walking in the Alps there. In terms of progression and getting fitter and stronger, I'm very smugly pleased with myself. Last weekend I jogged, walked 33 miles thereabouts, and I certainly couldn't have done that a while ago. Now, I don't think it's necessary for everybody to get to a level of fitness at the age of 52 where they're going to do stupid things like run 33 miles. But it's shown me that I can go running using this slow running method, get out in the countryside, which certainly lifts my spirit, gets me out of my chair, have a break middle of the day, in the middle of work, over my lunch break, or in the summer I can obviously get out in the evenings. I found that's good for my general well-being, and I've enjoyed seeing this year unfold in the countryside as we've moved from winter into spring into summer, and now we're midsummer. There's been grotty weather. In terms of achievement, I feel quite pleased with myself, but it's not just feeling pleased with myself, it's that I think it's enhanced my quality of life over the last year. And of course, you don't need a lot of money to do it. I know I've been to some fun places this year, but you can run pretty much from your own doorstep. I do enjoy making these videos. I've always made videos. From the age of 8 I started taking photographs and kind of recording things, and of course video now with smartphones etc. is all so much easier, and I enjoy making them. I find them fun to do. Government recommends we do 150 minutes a week of moderate exercise, which is only fast walking really. It could be gardening, and certainly could be my run, walk, jogging. And as we get older, because our muscles waste away, and we're all familiar with older people who as they get older become more susceptible to falls and things. A lot of that, I think, is attributed to muscle wastage and lack of strength. The other recommendation is to do 2 sessions of strength training a week. I've not managed to consistently do 2 sessions of strength training a week in the last year, but I did go to the gym and I got some advice from one of the personal trainers there. Finally, I would really like to encourage you guys to get out and do some exercise, improve your well-being. It may sound like it's a big challenge. You may never have exercised before, but certainly not in a consistent or planned way, perhaps not for many years. I'd say just get out, start simple, go for a walk on a regular basis, just slowly and gently increase what you're doing. Exercise isn't the only thing, of course, that's going to make you or improve your health and well-being. We need to be thinking of diet and other things, as well as possibly managing long-term health conditions. With exercise, for me, the challenge has been finding some sort of reasonably routine pattern that I can adopt, that fits around my daily or weekly schedule, and it does also require intentionality. We have choices in our lives, and you may say, my life's busy, I haven't got the time to fit in some running or whatever. But are you being good to yourself? Are you doing the things that will benefit you the most? And maybe there's 1 or 2 things you should adjust that may have to become below the priority of doing a bit of regular exercise. But above all, I would like to encourage you and say that from my experience of the last year or so, you can achieve a huge amount in terms of overall feeling better, having a greater sense of well-being, achieving things, achieving goals. By getting out and moving our bodies, we do improve our fitness, obviously, and our well-being. We haven't evolved to sit around for long hours, which our comfortable 21st century lifestyle enables us to do with such ease. But of course, diet is also an important part of the equation, and got some exciting stuff coming up soon. I'm going to be subjecting myself to some interesting tests, and I'm going to do a few more episodes on diet and what I've learned about improving my diet over the last 2 years. As I sign off then, I hope you're encouraged that you get your shoes on, get your coat on, get outside, make that heartbeat just a little bit faster. If you can't get outside, even just stand up, walk around your house, do some simple exercises and improve your lifestyle. Got the mad cow situation again. They haven't done it today, but I always get very nervous. They're going to turn around and run after me. They have done that on some occasions. Why do I do it? Why do I do it? Why do I do it? Why do I do it?